Hello dear friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Polina and here on my channel it is all about fragrances. In today's video I'm going to continue my talk about the renewed perfume house of Jacques Fath. And in today's video I'm going to talk about the next 4 fragrances. If you are interested to hear about these 4 perfumes, please stay with me. And I'm going to start with a fragrance named L'Oreille de Bois, which means on the edge of the forest. This fragrance was created in 2017 and the nose behind this fragrance, actually of all these 4 fragrances, is a famous Italian maître parfumeur, Luca Maffei. So why L'Oreille de Bois? As all fragrances from the renewed house of Jacques Fath, they have all connections to the personality of Jacques Fath, to his creation and to his life. So L'Oreille de Bois was the name of the wedding dress that Jacques Fath created for Rita Hayworth with Ali Khan. Ali Khan was a Pakistani prince and the representative of Pakistan in the Organization of United Nations. So very famous couple, and Jacques Fath created a wedding dress for them, and the name of the wedding dress was L'Oreille de Bois. That's why Luca Maffei dedicated this fragrance to the wedding dress. So what is this fragrance about? I'm going to spray it once again on the paper. I'm going to read the notes listed here. The top notes are bergamot, mandarin and neroli. The middle notes mimosa, orange blossom, ylang ylang, and in the base gold accord, cashmere and sandal, honey, amber and musk. So what do I feel smelling it? In the opening, this fragrance appears quite fresh. It is a very fresh and citrusy opening with a nice floral accord, and the floral accord is here very yellow, so yellow flowers, sweet. And because of mimosa, the fragrance becomes powdery. It has a certain dustiness in it. And what is gold accord? Luca Maffei dedicated it to Rita Hayworth because she was blonde, a little bit red-haired, and this was his association with Rita Hayworth. So these yellow flowers are dedicated to this beautiful, famous actress. Powdery, a little bit dusty, like dust from mimosa. If you imagine this nice yellow flowers. In the dry down I can feel some woody notes, so in my opinion this fragrance, although it has fresh and floral opening, it can be worn also by men. It's quite unisex. Although honey is listed here, I don't get the overwhelming sweetness from this fragrance. It is quite sweet, but the sweetness here is rather a floral one. So a nice one. So that was the L'Oreille de Bois, on the edge of the forest, dedicated to a wedding dress of Rita Hayworth. The next fragrance I would like to talk about, which also has connections to the past, is called Rosso Epicureo. Luca Maffei dedicated this fragrance to the ancient Greek philosopher Epicure. So who are the Epicureans and what is Epicureanism? Epicure teaches that the highest good of human life is to seek modest pleasures in order to attain a state of tranquility. So this is the connection to the fragrance, to the ancient Greek philosophy. It is about the sensual pleasures, about the sensuality. So what are the notes listed here? I'm going to spray it once again on the paper to refresh my memory. So what are the notes listed here? The top notes are plum, cassis, pepper, Artemisia, bitter orange and bergamot. The middle notes are tuberose, damask rose, ylang ylang, orange blossom and jasmine, and base patchouli, vanilla, musk and amber. What is this fragrance about? It is dedicated to tuberose. Very sensual, very creamy. I can also feel some creaminess of ylang ylang. The opening is quite berry. I can detect some berries here. Some strawberries or raspberries, but not natural. I would say with a, some chemical fantasy berry note in it. It is a little bit sour in the opening, and as it dries down, the full creaminess of tuberose and ylang ylang becomes really predominant. I can also detect some powderiness in it because of the pepper. It is also a little bit bitter because of Artemisia. I can detect some spices in it. In the dry down, it becomes a little bit bitter and woody. But for me, this is a very sensual and feminine fragrance. I think this fragrance is suitable for evening wear because of the creaminess and sensuality of tuberose and ylang ylang. If you like the tuberose note, you will probably fall in love with this one. A beautiful, opulent, rich fragrance. Our next hero is going to be Les Frivolités. Oops. Les Frivolités. You can translate as light-minded. It was also created by Luca Maffei. And what is this one about? I'm going to read the notes listed here. The top notes are osmanthus, pink pepper and bergamot. The hard notes are raspberry, rose and heliotrope, and the base suede, sandal, musk amber and orris root. So what I feel spraying in, I can feel some berries. I detect berries, raspberry, but also here the raspberry is a fantasy one. It's not a natural raspberry that you would like to eat. It's rather a perfume imagination of raspberry. It has some sourness in it as well, powderiness, very delicate. In the opening I can detect a very nice delicate rose, powderiness of heliotrope, powderiness of iris. As it dries down, the suede accord gets more prominent, giving to this fragrance a certain unisex touch. I can also feel this fragrance as a little bit lipsticky because of this rather fantasy raspberry note. I think this is a very interesting and feminine fragrance. Les Frivolités was a line of accessoires that Jacques Fath created and designed, so that's why it is Les Frivolités. I wouldn't say that this fragrance is very girly or light-minded. No, it is very elegant, feminine. I think it's quite nice for spring and summer, but also will be suitable for day wear during the office hours, in the autumn, in the winter, doesn't matter. It is, because of this fantasy raspberry note, it's rather suitable for all year round. So nice fragrance. I think it is great for berry lovers in the perfumery. Les Frivolités by Jacques Fath. And our last hero for today is going to be Lilas Exquis. I already talked about this one in the video about the lilac perfumes. Lilac was the favorite flower of Jacques Fath. That's why Luca Maffei dedicated this fragrance to the favorite flower of Jacques Fath. So what do I get spring. And first of all, I'm going to read you the notes. In the top, bergamot and blueberry. The hard notes, lilac, magnolia and violet. And the base, musk, woody notes, ambroxan and amber. For me, this is a very natural, close to the nature lilac scent, with a little woody touch, with a little green touch. Very nice and elegant and feminine fragrance. So the lilac in nature has this typical bitter touch, which for me smells like a typical tobacco note, like a cigarette. So I'd imagine a young, beautiful girl, you know, smelling of nice fresh perfumes, and she just went out to smoke a cigarette, comes back bringing the air and the cold air inside, smelling of her nice fresh perfume in combination with a light typical cigarette note. This is what I get smelling this one. A little bit girly, a little bit fresh, although with a little bitter touch in it. I think this perfume will be appreciated by the lilac lovers in perfumery. Very natural and realistic smell of lilac. Okay, these were 4 fragrances from the renewed house of Jacques Fath that I wanted to talk about. My videos about the perfumes of Jacques Fath are not finished yet. The perfume journey Jacques Fath continues. Okay, if you like this video, please support me through your likes, comments and subscriptions. If you try these fragrances, please share your opinion with me. Thank you very much for watching my video and see you soon in the next video. Bye bye!